Good morning from day 6 here on the Rotterdam. We have just pulled into Skagen, Denmark. Not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly. If not, I apologize. That's what it looks like to us. Today we are heading out to explore on our own. No specific plans. We're going to see what we can get up to. Then we're going to get back on board and enjoy another evening here on the Rotterdam. It looks like a beautiful day, so we can't wait to head out. But first, let's find breakfast and that caffeine, and then we'll be on our way. So we are pretty much docked right at the town itself, which is completely visible from up here, but it is about a 30-minute walk to get to the city center. They do have a shuttle, and you can see the lineup for the shuttle down here, but it's a nice day, so we're going to go and walk and explore along the route to get from the port here into the city center, which is somewhere right over there.
Look what I found. The infamous pink clacker.
Now what we're getting done this morning is sending our laundry off. Typically it's whatever you can fit in a bag. You pay for each item, which you itemize on a list. Now we purchased the unlimited laundry package because we have travels that are going beyond this cruise, which we're going to bring you along for. But for now we're going to send all this off, let our room steward know that it's ready, and then that's that chore done. Okay, we are off the ship, ready to explore Skagen. And there's a Silver Seas ship in with us today. A little smaller than Rotterdam that we're on. Okay, we have found a map. So we believe this blue line will lead us into the city center. The map wasn't overly clear. Will doesn't want to get lost, so he's sticking with it. Cruise City must be corresponding with the blue line. I didn't know we were going to Cruise City. We get up, it was sunny, we've just gotten off the ship, and look at that dark cloud coming already. So we waited for a little bit to allow others to get off so we could avoid the rush of people heading to their excursions. And now as we're walking towards city center, there are lots of people already returning back, walking back here, so I'm going to assume that people are not spending a lot of time in the city center. Maybe there isn't either much to see, or maybe it's just smaller than we even anticipate. I guess we'll find out. In case there was any doubt that this is a fishing village, confirmed. The blue line ended, but we still got lots of signs. Oh, I think we'll go check out this church. What do we got here? I won't try to pronounce that. So this is the Seamen's Church in Skagen. Appropriate, given that it's a fishing village. Well, that was a lovely little church there, and then underneath the church is this cafe. This goes right underneath it. No gelato for us yet, though. Okay, I think we're just about in the city center. It's giving a bit of a fairy tale vibe here. The church bells have been going for a while here. Okay, I think we found the church where the bells are ringing. We're gonna make our way in that direction. Okay, so from what we can determine, the yellow paint on all of the houses and buildings here in Skagen is a result of it being an affordable pigment back in the 18th and 19th century, and artists back then would depict the yellow houses in their artwork, and they've maintained the tradition today. Okay, let's check out one of these shops. Okay, we got a few little things in here, little keepsakes, but now it is raining. But we came prepared. So this is the day it was not calling for rain, and the one day we did not bring our raincoats. Oh, looks like we're going in the toy store. Okay, the rain has stopped, so that was short-lived. Hopefully that remains the case because lots to explore up ahead. So the shopping along this main street here seems to have lots of variety with little boutiques and shops and little bakeries, even some fashion and looks like some home decor. Yeah, it's really nice with these little cafes. Nice little coastal atmosphere. Okay, we are on the hunt for something for lunch. Okay, no shortage of restaurants down this area. We shouldn't get lucky. Okay, we found a place for lunch. All right, let's start with a coffee. We're both in need.
Good coffee. I got this open-faced potato sandwich.
And I went with the good old fish and chips. Okay, that was more than enough food to keep us going for the next little while. I think we're gonna go explore a little bit more before we head back to the ship. Okay, where to next?
Where to next?
Okay, we're just walking out of the city center a bit just to get off the beaten path. Oh, I should probably not walk in the bike lane before I get run over. Looks like it's just some main roadways, so we'll probably go back in here. These houses may be all similar colors, but they're all very unique. Let's take a closer look at this church, shall we? Oh, we've got someone playing the pipe organ. Okay, we've walked down the aisle. We're all good there. Okay, a little peek around this last little area here, and then it's probably time to head back toward the ship. We need one of these.
Ice bucket and all.
Yeah.
Well, we wandered some more, but it's time to head back to the ship.
And not get lost.
Not get lost.
Although we still have a little bit of time before the ship leaves. It's not leaving without us, guaranteed. No. It's our last port. We're not risking that. Okay, so we have wandered pretty much this entire orange area, and our ship is down over this way. So we've got to make our way from here all the way over here. So down closer to the water, we've got some more restaurants. Lots of fishing trawlers. And more shops along the water.
Leaving the shopping area empty-handed.
That's right. So we think this is the Diesel Engine Museum. Nothing like enjoying a hot dog while the diesel engine's running right next to you. And back to the blue line, to the ship. Okay, we're just about back to the ship, and that was a really good day out, exploring the shops and the restaurants and the city center. Really interesting with the architecture and whatnot. There's lots more to see if we had have come out maybe a bit earlier or had some more time, but overall we took in quite a bit. It was actually more to see than we were anticipating because we kept being told, oh, it's just a small fishing village, but yeah, quite a bit going on. It's about a 20-minute walk from the port along the blue line into city center, and yeah, it doesn't take too long to get in. We can learn to tie some knots while we're here. Okay, this will be our last time on land before we get back to Rotterdam in 2 days' time. Well, we are back on board and all ready for another evening here on Rotterdam. As you can see, the weather has changed already. It's only going on 5 p.m. and it's now raining, it's foggy, and it's quite dark out there as we get ready to set sail out of our last port of this itinerary. But we've got a full evening ahead here on Rotterdam. It's our 6th day on board, so we're curious to see what the evening is going to bring tonight in terms of entertainment, dining, and all that good stuff. So let's head on down. Okay, well, we might be a little out of breath right now because we were just in our cabin and we were just about to head downstairs, and 5 o'clock came and we got an alert on our phone through the cruise line app saying it was time for our reservation at the Italian restaurant. Well, we thought that reservation was for tomorrow because we typically book specialty dining on the last night of the cruise. We like to do that. So we rushed upstairs and we've made it to our reservation. We didn't get a chance to change into what we would have liked to wear for our Italian meal out, but here we are. We've got our wine, our bread course has just arrived, and we're going to enjoy our Italian meal 1 day early. Okay, I'm interested to try the bread with this roasted paprika. Ooh, someone just dropped something back there. So roasted paprika on this bread. Oh, that's really good. It's definitely got that roasted flavor. The paprika isn't too strong, but yeah, I like that. Okay, I've got roasted tiger shrimp for my appetizer. I can't quite see them in there, but they're in there somewhere. Yeah, I'm not sure what's on that. I think it's a pesto something, but yeah, that's really nice.
I got mozzarella and tomato burrata. It looks really good. Not my favorite texture.
We've got a pretty nice view right at the window for our dinner tonight, although it's still rainy and cloudy out there, but the fog seems to have lifted. We've just started to sail away here from Skagen. Okay, I've got the mussel scallop and calamari trinette. That looks good. All right, I'm going to at least try one of these scallops first because they look really nice. Well, that's nice, tender. Yeah, nice flavor, fresh. Yeah, I like that a lot.
And I got the clam and shrimp spaghetti. So I'm going to try the shrimp. I'm usually not a seafood lover, but every now and again I will try it. It's okay. To me, it's very seafood tasting, which is not my idea.
Well then, let's try the spaghetti.
Good idea. Very good. My chocolate tart has arrived.
Okay, you need to try that.
This is going to be a hit.
Well, it looks like a hit. Let's see.
Caramel, chocolate, goodness.
And my tiramisu has arrived. All right, well, I'm hoping mine is just as good as what you say yours is. Oh, that's really good. Way better than what I had in the main dining room the other night. Yeah, that's really good. Okay, I'm gonna have more now. All right, let's finish up with a coffee, and then we'll head downstairs as originally planned. Okay, we're all finished with dinner. We just popped out on the balcony here for a quick peek. No real sunset, but the ocean is much calmer than it's been the last few nights. Beautiful evening out. Okay, let's track down some entertainment. So it's the orange party tonight, which we knew nothing about. They got extra drink stations set up. We're gonna go check out the band. All right, that is it for day 6 here on Rotterdam.
And Skagen was a great town. We enjoyed it today. There was more to see and do than we had anticipated.
Yeah, that was a really nice final port for this itinerary. And yeah, definitely enjoyable. And for the most part, the rain held off, so we were happy. And yeah, then for today, we got back on board and had our unexpected meal up in Canaletto, I think is the name of the restaurant, the Italian restaurant.
We moved quick.
Yes, we had to get up there quickly with our reservation that was one day earlier than we had thought. But we made it, and the food was great. The service was great. I will comment that the location of this restaurant, being essentially part of the buffet, being close to the pool deck, very open to kind of the traffic moving in and out of those areas, was not ideal compared to other similar Italian restaurants and other cruise ships that we've been on. It was just a bit noisy, people coming in with buffet food that had to be asked to leave. Anyway, just overall, not the greatest atmosphere. The food and the service were still great.
Yeah, we're great. Yes.
So just an observation there, but overall, still very good. And then tonight was the orange party, orange themed night, that we did not know was a thing on Holland America because this is our first cruise with Holland America. We'll know, should there be a future one, to bring something orange to wear. So other than not having orange clothing, it was a really good day and a good evening here on board. But tomorrow we have our final full sea day, so we're looking forward to checking out the last few things, last few activities and entertainment on the ship before this sailing comes to an end. So if you've been following along during our cruise here on Rotterdam, be sure to like these videos, and if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe, as it really helps the channel and helps us bring future videos to you. For now, we're going to call it a night, head to bed, and we'll see you in the morning. Good morning from day 7 here on board Rotterdam. We're just waking up, getting ourselves together, and I'm actually going to head down to the spa this morning for a massage. We had some onboard credits that were part of a promotion, and we don't want them to go to waste because they disappear if you don't use them. So I'm going to go treat myself, and then we'll get the day started. Okay, finished with massage, which was great, and now we haven't eaten yet, so we've just made our way up to the Lido deck to try some poolside food. I went to the dive-in and got myself a hot dog and a hamburger, You give them a try. And you got the...
I got the Central Park vegetarian pizza. Looks delicious.
Okay, the dive-in burger, really good. Tastes like a homemade patty. Lots of tomato, lettuce, everything's fresh, and the bun is really nice. I'm impressed for a poolside burger.
This pizza is really good. It's vegetarian. The sauce itself has got a lot of seasoning to it, very flavorful. And the best part, it's included.
Okay, we are just making our way along the Lido deck outside. As we make our way back in, we're gonna head down for our coffee. It is time. But we have to go up a set of stairs, go up a deck, in order to find the stairs to go back down. I will say, the layout of some of the decks is not the most convenient. Decks tend to cut off a little bit, and then you gotta find an alternate way. Yeah, it doesn't flow as well as I've experienced with some other ships, but they're all different. And back down, through a door. Now we are out on one side of the pool deck. Okay, and down one more.
It's actually nice, but I'll
It's nice. Yeah, it's a nice view, but we just don't really know where we're going.
This is the most convoluted way to get from one deck to the other.
Getting your steps in, though.
That is true. Still walking. We made it to the Dutch Cafe. Line up.
Okay, we've made it inside the Dutch Cafe, found a table, which is great, and we've, for the final time, come back for our favorite onboard dessert. We had to squeeze in one more before we leave. It's delicious, but the caffeine's important too. Okay, we've just been wandering around on the exterior decks here today. It's a beautiful sunny day. I thought we'd take in a bit more, but just a few observations we've made this week regarding the exterior spaces, and that is there's not really a lot going on. You've got the sports court where there's activities happening. You've got the Lido deck, but the Lido deck is a covered pool, so if you're on the upper deck in that area, you're really just looking at a glass cover. There's not really things happening on that upper level. Now you've got areas such as the aft pool, which is the adults only section. Now there is some activities going on there. You've got hot tubs and you've got some dining options. But overall, these higher decks, they're just kind of plain white walls, no real theming happening. We're just off to the side of one of the sun decks, and nice relaxing area, but again, just not a lot happening. So just something to keep in mind that if you're coming on Rotterdam expecting a lot of outdoor spaces with a lot happening, you're going to find those more on the interior spaces. And that kind of falls into our earlier observations during this cruise, that the layout of the decks is a little bit wonky in the terms of being able to get from one end of the ship to the other. Sometimes you have to go up a deck, continue, and then finish off. And there's the retreat area, which takes up some of the outdoor space as well, so not a lot going on there, open for the average guest. So overall, our takeaway is if you're coming on Rotterdam expecting some outdoor theming, a lot of outdoor activities, you're not going to find that so much. That seems to be more on the interior spaces. But overall, our takeaway is that you're not going to find a lot of the exterior theming and activities that you might find on other ships, but there are some nice relaxing spots to take in. But it seems like the real theming and activities are focused on the interior on this class of ships. Well, since it's our last day on board, it's sadly time to get packed. But before we start our packing, we just want to make a few comments about our time in this standard balcony cabin. Now, if you saw our earlier video, our first impressions of the cabin were pretty good. And we are pleased to say that hasn't changed. Other than the way the configuration of the closet, entrance door, and bathroom works, because you can really only have one person doing one thing at a time over there just because it's a bit tight, the rest of the cabin has been absolutely great. The bed is comfortable, there's tons of storage, nice sized TV, nice desk with a real chair, little sofa, and the outdoor space with the balcony, nice and big, 2 loungers or partial loungers, and a small table, which is great. We would like it to be a little higher, maybe a little bit bigger. That would be convenient out there. But overall, we give this cabin a real big thumbs up. It's probably one of the most comfortable standard balcony cabins we've ever stayed in. Now we're going to finish getting packed up, and what we'll be doing today is sending our luggage out to the hallway before midnight, because we will opt to collect our luggage in the terminal tomorrow. Now there's always the option to self-carry your luggage, which can give a bit more flexibility, but you have to be able to do that on your own. We're in no rush tomorrow, so we'll be sending this out and we'll collect it in the morning. Our laundry that we sent out for cleaning yesterday has come back, so that should help with the whole packing situation. So we'll get this packing complete and we'll catch up with you in a bit to see what our last evening on board has to bring.
We're taking a break from our packing to come down and enjoy some cupcakes and some afternoon tea. And look at those.
Red velvet, yes please.
And I'm going for the chocolate. So cute.
Okay, not sure what this one is. Some walnuts on top though. Still not sure what it is.
And this one's like a pound cake with a blueberry on top.
Well, with our packing pretty much complete, it is a great time to take in some of these final views from the balcony. It is the best weather we've had all cruise, and there's sunshine and mild breezes. Gorgeous. Well, we're going to get ourselves ready and head downstairs and see what kind of entertainment and activities are going on for the last evening on board. For us, primarily, we're going to head to specialty dining tonight to Tamarind restaurant. Now, we actually went to that restaurant earlier in the cruise and we really enjoyed it. So we're going to head back there and enjoy it one more time before the cruise comes to an end. Now, we're probably going to put the cameras down and just maybe show you and tell you how it was later on this evening, since we were already there earlier in the cruise. But for now, let's get ready and see what the evening has in store. Deck 2.
Deck 2 it is.
All right, Will's up getting us a beverage at the Half Moon Bar.
Cheers to our final evening on board.
Okay, we're going to settle into B.B. King's Blues Club to have our pre-dinner beverage, and there might be trivia going on here. We'll see if we stay long enough for that.
I will be playing songs for you. You will have to guess the artist and the song title, but there's an extra twist. Today, every single song has something in common, right? So every single one of these songs has something that unites them. There is a theme to the trivia.
Als uw bagage leeg.
Lies ain't the kind of place to raise your kids. There's always a woman to me. 'Cause I live and breathe this Philadelphia freedom. From the day that I was born, I made the plan. Tell everybody from all the crazy dreams. Let them know you to let them know how much you mean. Right now I feel the sound of when your feet just move still. I never knew me a better time, and I guess I never will. So can you play me a memory? I'm not really sure how to go.
Well, we're just back to the cabin after a fantastic meal down at Tamarind. That was our second time eating there, and yeah, it did not disappoint at all. I'll put a few shots of what we had right here. So yeah, it was really good, and we took in some of the entertainment tonight. We had a little bit of trivia, and then into the theater for another performance by Jonathan Carr, which was pretty good. Again, we're not fans of the backing tracks for a lot of these shows. It just takes away from it a little bit, but still a fantastic performer. But now we got to get our luggage out to the hallway so we can pick it up in the morning. And then in the morning, we're going to see how the disembarkation process works here with Holland America as we arrive back in Rotterdam. Now, don't forget, we have some additional episodes coming soon from our additional time that we're spending after this cruise here in Europe. I'll leave it at that for now. So be sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that bell notification so you don't miss those upcoming episodes. It'll be something a little bit different for our channel. But for now, we're off to bed, and we'll see you in the morning. Good morning from Rotterdam. That's right, we're back where this cruise began in Rotterdam. It's disembarkation morning, and we're going to see just how smoothly this process goes. It is 7 a.m., and they've already announced that those who are carrying their own luggage off the ship, so the self-assist people, can go ahead and start disembarking. We are assigned a time of between 8:30 and 8:45. And we have options for breakfast to start, so we can either go to the main dining room for a sit-down breakfast, or we can go to the buffet. We're choosing to go to the main dining room for breakfast because we're in no rush to get going this morning. So we're gonna head down there, check out breakfast, and we'll see if the schedule stays as predicted.
Okay, we made it down to our final breakfast on board.
Full English breakfast for me. And Will, you have some nice looking French toast.
Yes, Texas style.
Well, our number for disembarkation has already been called, and we're just about finished breakfast, so that's a little bit early. It's actually about a half hour earlier than anticipated, so things must be moving smoothly. Okay, so we got the lineup starting here, but it's moving pretty quick.
And we are off.
All right, we have disembarked the MS Rotterdam. That was a smooth process, but we have a lot of travel coming up, and we want you to come along. So be sure to like these videos and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We'll see you in the next episode. All right, we've found our luggage, and there's the other one.